Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Jimmy. I'm here with the SB900 by Soul. If you're looking for a bike similar to this, I'm glad you found this video. I was choosing between the SB800 and the SB900. I think the SB900 is slightly more expensive, and if you are wondering why, I believe it's because the braking mechanism. The SB900 brakes magnetically, I believe, and costs more because of that. The SB800 is a little cheaper because it has brake pads or something like that, which means you'll have to replace it down the line if you brake aggressively and often, so keep that in mind. I realized after using this for a month and a half that I don't brake. I just use my feet to slow down. So did I need to get the SB900? Probably not. If I could do it over again, I would probably get the SB800. Some of you might be asking, why do I have this bike if I have a gym membership? I wanted something that supplemented my gym membership. I didn't want to go to the gym all the time and be surrounded by meatheads, by people who don't know what they're doing, and I just feel better working out at home once in a while. Short answer for everything is, do I recommend this bike? Yeah, I do. That's why I'm making this video. I wouldn't recommend something if I didn't like it. I've used it for a month and a half, and I do enjoy it. When I get on it, it's a joy to use. It's checking off a lot of boxes for me. It's stable, it's durable, it can take a beating day in and day out, which I've used it for, and for different lengths of time. And also it's very quiet, which leads to the enjoyment of actually using this piece of equipment, which means it's not going to be sitting in the corner collecting dust. It's very, very important that if I'm going to put money into something, I'm going to want to use it, right? I didn't want to make this another waste of money that I purchased and never used. I already have my gym membership for that. There's not too much to assemble if you watch my assembly video and my first impressions video. The one thing that you put together, you assemble the handlebars to the bike, you put the seat into place, and the stabilizing bars you put at the bottom of the bike. That's pretty much it. The main body of the bike, which is pretty sizable and heavy, you don't touch that. That comes to your house already made. So the last person that touched that is not you, it's some professional that put it together, which is great. Because if I put that thing together, I'm pretty sure I'm breaking something when I'm riding it, right? So the things that you're putting together are just accessories that anyone can handle. So I like that about this bike. So when I get on it, it feels very sturdy. It feels like it can take a beating, it can take my weight and what I throw at it. So when I'm watching TV and I'm using the bike, I don't have to worry about disturbing anybody. It's very quiet, it's very smooth, the action when I push on it, whether I'm going backwards or forwards, and I can really rely on this bike to give me a good workout for no matter how long I'm working out on it, for any time of day or night that I'm working out on it. One other thing I want to mention is the money that I put into this bike didn't go to anything like a screen, exercise program that I'm buying. I don't have any of the bells and whistles. I didn't want any of that. I wanted all the money to go towards the quality of the bike, and I believe that that's what they've done. I think this bike could sell for a lot more if they put a lot more bells and whistles on it, but I think the price point is fair, and that's why I recommend it to other people. Some other cool things about this bike, other than the stability, the quiet quality when you're using the bike, and the smoothness when you use the bike, is the pedals are very professional. If you're a cyclist and you have those clip-in shoes, you can use those here. I don't. I just use the other side of it where there's straps. I don't even cinch down on them all that tight. I just slip my shoes in it, my gym shoes, and I use the bike that way. One more thing I want to mention is that the bike is on some towels here. You can buy these coaster type things at Home Depot if you wanted to, but I used the towel as well so I didn't scratch up the wood floors. When I wanted to use it in front of the TV, I just screwed it into place, use it for 5, 10, 20 minutes, whatever, use a YouTube video to guide me when I'm using it, when I want to be in a class environment, and just screw it back out of place when I'm done. This really adds to the enjoyment and the ease of the use of the product, okay? So I'm not just going to be sitting there like, oh, this thing's so heavy. I just move it in, move it out, and I'm on about my day. The locking mechanisms on this bike are very sturdy. I do trust them. It was a little difficult for me to figure out at first how to use the locking mechanisms, but I'm going to make a separate video about that. But just know that they're very sturdy and you can depend on them. The one thing I don't like about this bike is the calorie counter. I don't use it all that often. I don't think it's all that intuitive, actually. I've even read the instructions. I've already forgotten what I read about it. So what I do use is a heart rate monitor that I wear across my chest, and this counts my calories, my beats per minute, all that stuff. So I rely on that, and it syncs to my cell phone. So I have my cell phone with me anyway. Why don't I just use that? So I don't use this all that often. I wish it was just easier to use, possibly with more buttons. There's only 2 big buttons on this thing. It's not that intuitive in my opinion. Alright guys, I hope that helps you make your decision on which bike you want to go with, whether it be the SB800, SB900, or a different company altogether. So whatever you want to do, I do recommend getting a bike at home because I often use this, jump off, do a few burpees, use free weights, and hop back on, all while watching TV and not leaving the comfort of my own home. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.